Alright, YouTube, we're pulling up on what might be a little bit of an entertaining job. They got a, I think he said 85-foot man lift, weighs like 40,000, off the driveway and buried pretty good. So we're down here, I think it's a Mount Blanchard address, but we're actually closer to Arlington. So this job couldn't come at a better time. I was having a rough day, so distract myself. I wonder if this is the guy that called me. Oh, yeah. Hello. How you doing? Kris.
Brian.
Nice to meet you. Does it still run?
Yeah.
I assume? Okay.
Yeah. My only real concern is I'm just about on the rear differential, so.
Okay.
These guys who are over here clearing the woods helped for a little bit, tried to. We had it moving, but it's not just not enough.
Yeah, it's just going to keep plowing along that road.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
Their trucks were parked on the road and
Right.
had enough up to this point.
Yeah.
But once you start going sideways instead of forward, they're going.
Yep. Yeah, that's in there.
Uh-huh. But yeah, it does. Yeah, we can get it on. We can rotate the boom if we need to be able to get to the lift points. Whatever we got to do, we can make it work.
Okay. Yeah, if we can rotate that way,
Okay.
so I can back up close to it.
Yep.
And then I can reach out. I'll get on this edge here.
Okay.
We'll get some pull coming this way, and then I'll boom all the way out and grab that back corner and lift at the same time.
Perfect.
So yeah, if you want to swing that over, I'll get backed up to it. Look at that beautiful truck. It's a pretty hefty machine. 38 or 40,000, something like that. Definitely buried. I was gonna bring the popular thing right now in towing is pick up stuff that doesn't need picked up. Like, I was gonna bring a 75 ton and pick the whole thing up and just set it on the road. But the reason I don't like doing that, there's a lot of reasons. One, I like picking stuff up, it's fun. Two, it's not necessary to do, so why take the time to rig it up to pick it up? This would pick it up, not boomed all the way out safely. Boomed all the way out, this one's good for 25,000. 75 tons good for 36. But we're just gonna pick on that back corner is my plan. And then I'll get some pull to the side with the drag winch, and then that should pop it back up on the road. Theoretically, I've been wrong before, many of times. gloves here. I like to get new gloves every few months, a few pairs for each truck.
Glad people make that decision.
Yeah, otherwise I'd be out of a job. Well, it's not too bad. Nothing's torn up. Nobody's hurt.
Right.
It gets way worse than that. Might have to get closer. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Yeah, that'll work. A couple big shackles to give us enough clearance. We don't need these for the weight, we need these for the clearance. there. And we'll redirect our drag winch. Like City Towing. Bum, 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 bum. So let's check our, we got well, that's not right, 66,000 pounds of capacity. That sensor's off. We'll do an angle. The one sensor on this 50-ton acts up sometimes. Free spool off, snug everything up. Wet up. It's heavy. get that front end up on the road and then just swing the back over. Taking the asphalt with it. Well, maybe pick that up. Save from destroying that asphalt and just pick up that corner. Guess I should have done that to begin with, or put the machine in drive. I figured it would slide easier than that. But that'll happen. That go. Go run that basket up a little bit.
I was just going to ask you, do you want me to do that?
Yep. Is that good? Lake City Towing.
Sometimes the right tools are just necessary.
Yeah, you definitely needed some lift there.
Yeah. Said if I had a track hook here, it'd been, I think I could have gotten it, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah, that's deep. So the machine's 40,000. 16-inch or 16-inch, 16,000 pound cables. Lifting half of it. I should have started it and had them drive. I thought it would slide easier than that. Big old ugly machine. Okay,
What's your capacity?
that's a 50 ton.
Okay.
But it's only 50 tons with the boom fully retracted at 30 degrees off the back of the truck.
Okay.
That's how they rate them. So we have a 75 as well. So it's good for 150,000 fully retracted all the way out. It's good for 36,000. This one's good for 25,000 all the way out.
Okay.
Alrighty, appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, what was your name? I didn't get your name.
I'm Jack. I'm
You're
his
Jack.
dad.
You're his dad. All right. Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Yep. ropes. See, that's cool. I love seeing stuff like that. Make me cry. You know, I hope I live long enough that I'm out doing projects like that with my boys. Get choked up in there. Not that I'm like a big construction guy or anything, but just that's cool. Father and son out there doing a project, like, that makes my heart happy to see. I hope I get a chance to do that. My dad's still alive. He's much more mechanical and crafty than I am, so he's helped me with many projects over the years. Taught me how to drive a semi. That's how I ended up doing this. I got my CDL. I was in law enforcement for a long time. That's a whole nother story, but thank God I'm doing what I'm doing now. But yeah, my dad ran a terminal for a trucking company for a long time, and I needed a job. I was 28, 29, and I remember him saying, you know, if you get your CDL, you'll always have a job. You might not have the job you want, but you'll always have a job. And I had Christopher, my oldest, had just been born around that time, so, and I didn't make crap for money to start off with, but I was thankful because they paid for me to get my license and everything, you know, but I didn't make anything for money. It was super easy. It was a good company to start with because it was just drop and hook, dry van stuff, what's that called, dedicated route, you know, so I got some experience driving, and then I went and drove, pulled doubles and triples for a little bit because I needed to make some more money, and I got into towing after that, and the rest is history. And now I'm very thankful for the living that I make. I have ran my butt in the dirt for years to do it, but if I wouldn't have, you know, all those, I say bad things happened at the time, it seemed like traumatic experiences, but if all that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have ended up where I am now. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful that my dad got me into helped me get my license, and now I do what I do now. So pull over here. I gotta do a few things on the phone. I don't want to be doing it while I'm driving. And I gotta pee too. So I know you guys didn't need to know that, but yeah. So I need to do better. When there is a customer standing there, I don't narrate to the camera very often because I feel weird doing it, honestly. When I first started doing this, it was really, really hard to talk to the camera. So I try to do better with it. It's difficult for me to do when there's a customer standing there, or anybody standing there, honestly. So I didn't say too much with that. There was a 40,000 pound machine, 40,000 pounds, somewhere around there. My initial thought, the pictures they sent me, I thought I was going to be backing into it from the other end. And I was, in my mind, I was picturing reaching out, grabbing that backside, getting some lift, and then just dragging the front over. I didn't realize the front was down that far either. So hindsight's always 20/20. So as you can see, my plan, my initial plan didn't work the way I wanted it to. It would have drug it out of there, but it was going to take a bunch of that asphalt with it. So picked up the rear end, set it on the pavement, and then picked up the front and set it over, which maybe I should have done that to begin with, but I tried to do it in one smooth move, and it didn't work. It would have worked, but it just would have caused some carnage, so obviously we don't want that. Yeah, so glad we got to go do that. Nice people. Quick, easy job. You know, I got to push some buttons on a rotator. Haven't got to do it very much here in the last few weeks, so I don't like going a real long time. I want to get rusty. Like I said, it's been a rough few months, so nice to be distracted and just go out and do a job. Sometimes not be in front of the computer dealing with customers or billing or all that stuff every now and then. So anyways, I'll stop rambling. Appreciate everybody watching. Thank you.